Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Amphibia Season 1 Episode 11A called Grubhog Day. And also later today I'm going to be doing Episode 11B called Hop Hop and Lock. And I definitely want to get Episode 11 done today so I can get Episode 12 that'll be for tomorrow. Alright. And yes, this this video was supposed to come out Tuesday. It didn't, so well, here it is on Thursday, but anyway. Alright. First, and yeah, no clip. No clip this time, but there is going to be a clip later today for Hop Hop and Lock, so don't worry. But we start out with Anne, Sprig, and Polly walking around. There's like a fair going on, and Anne's like, hey, like, cotton candy, axe throwing. Why can't it be like this every day? And Sprig's like, oh, it's Grubhog Day, and then Polly explains, the lore, basically saying that in Grubhog Day there is the Grubhog. It comes out of the stump, and it's like, oh, let me guess, predict the weather. Is it? Oh, how did you know? And it's like, believe it or not, I got something back where I'm from. And Polly's like, cool. And Sprig's like, oh, Grubhog, smug hog. Who cares? I'm here for the vomit-inducing, thrilling rides, and so that's what I'm talking about. And they're about to go on rides, and Hop Hop comes out of a bush. Okay, and even Ant's like, he gave them a heart attack, and Ant's like, Hop Hop, what were you doing? And Hop Hop's like, I'm not so wait, what do you say? I'm not so sure myself, Anne. What were you doing then? I don't know. Hop Hop's crazy. But Hop Hop's like, no, never mind. I got great. Oh, this is so funny. He's like, who was the guy again? I forgot his name. But he's like, what was it? Robert Underwood has the plague. and Polly's like, that's awful. And Hop Hop's like, oh, he'll be fine. Because the people of Warwood are so, they care about people, but they don't care about people. That's why I'm not taking a point off, because of the first half of the first season of what we learned about Warwood is that they're very medieval, very fantasy, very courtship, cordial, like when Hop Hop sets Sprig up with Ivy and stuff like that. They're very that sort of type. So oh my god. So this sort of makes sense, why Hop Hop he's like, oh, he'll be fine. It's just the plague. There's much worse stuff like Red Leg. When Hop Hop thought he had that, that's much worse than the plague. So I guess Underwood will be fine. I guess, I don't know. I just wanted to explain that. And then he's literally, oh, he'll be fine. But the great news is I got Sprig to be the caretaker for the Grubhog, and Sprig's like, what? And Hop's like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, because and this will be great for us, because the last plant to do this botched the job so bad we sundued him for life. And that, I don't know what that means, but Hop said it. And it's like, botched it? And Polly's like, let's just say he got hungry. He ate it, and it's like, ew. And and Hop's like, don't worry, I got Sprig to do it. And but of course you had to miss the fair this year, but this is for a good cause. Come on, boy, do it for the family. And Hop just had that big smile on his face, and Sprig's like, oh, and Sprig's like, oh, of course I will. I love family. I'll do it. And Hop was like, that's my boy. And Hop Hop was better here um, better than in, what was it called? Mating season, where Hop Hop asked, Ivy's mom if it was okay for a date before Sprig said it was okay. Right here, yes, Hop Hop's said to the Grubhog people, the mayor, they said that Sprig would do it, but he still asked Sprig this time, like, come on, like, do it for the family. He was still asking him. So I thought it was a little bit better. You still talked about it with the mayor first, but at least you asked Sprig, whatever. Then we go to the Grubhog tent, and and then and it's like, oh, he's so cute. It's just like a little sock puppet, and Hop Up's like careful, and it spits acid, and the Grubhog, it's like a worm pig, and it spits acid, and stares into the abyss, and Hop Up's like, don't stare into the abyss, and after all, it only stares back. Hop Hop, I don't know what's up with you. Way funny. And then he's like, are you done with that outfit, boy? Come out. And Sprig comes out, and he has a hat on, and he has his belt, and like his Grubhog outfit, basically. That's what he wears for the ceremony and stuff. And then he's like, he reads like his scroll, and he has it. And he's like, oh, congratulations, lucky child. You have been assigned to watch the Grubhog, and he goes to the bottom and says, don't pull a planter, and Sprig's like, don't pull a planter, and he's like, ouch. And then and Hop Hop's like, come on, Polly, let's go enjoy the fair. And Sprig say, here, you watch the Grubhog, and don't forget, the family name is in your hands. And Polly's like, in your hands. And and it's like, okay, we're real talk, Sprig. I know you don't want to do this. And, and Sprig's like, no, of course not. Hop Hop wants me to do this. And, I can't let him down. I'm doing it for the family. It's for the family pride, the family honor. And it's like, just tell him you don't want to do it. Drop that truth bomb. And he's like, no way. That those eyes he gave me, those were, I'm proud of you, Sprig eyes. I think I only saw, what do you say? I think I only saw him give me those like once or twice before. Oh wow, it must be really rare. And it's like, and just go enjoy those once in a lifetime, once a year, rides. And then he's like, oh, what was it called? Like the spider something? Like it was like a twirl thing. And he's like, oh, I just had to miss it this year. And, Sprig just looking at the Grubhog, really sad and defeated. And it's like, hey, what does that scroll say you had to do again? He's like, I just had to watch the Grubhog. Why? And it's like, well, what if it was just next to us and we're watching it on a ride? It's very dangerous, but, it could work. Hypothetically, it could work. But Hop Hop said that Sprig will have to miss the fair. He didn't give Sprig another option where you just have to watch the Grubhog, while you're walking around the fair and stuff. So Hop Hop doesn't approve of this. Maybe if Ann and Sprig would talk to Hop Hop first, but Ann and Sprig just gonna go, Well, I mean, I guess Anne is fine because Anne wasn't assigned to watch the Grubhog, but Sprig was, so Sprig is not allowed in the fair. So this is my first complaint episode, 95%, because if Sprig would have went to Hop Hop and said, hey, I'm going to watch the Grubhog, but can't take it along with the fair, we'll put a leash on it, we'll carry it, we'll make, Anne and I will watch it together and stuff, and do something like that, and Hop Hop would have said yes, but no, they just do it without him asking. Alright, it's a 95%. Well, anyway, so, there is a montage, and, they're eating cotton candy, the Grubhog is eating cotton candy, they're doing the Ladybug bumper cars, and Sadie Croker is just, bull rushes past them, and she's just laughing. She's like, ha ha ha. I don't know, I guess she was having fun. And wait, no. Did they got some popcorn, but did they dodge Hop Hop, and Polly having fun at the fair, and they were in those what was it called? The circle cutouts where you take a picture, and it was Sprig, what was it? Sprig, Ann, and the Grubhog in the three holes. It actually reminded me of an episode in the Owl House called Really Small Problems, where Willow, Gus, and Luce were in the good ones with the three friends, and King was in the trash one. And I was like, oh, poor King. So this kind of reminded me of it, but it's just three cutouts, no trash. And then the Grubhog spits acid on it, so it caught on fire. Green fire, actually. It looked pretty cool. And then Anne got a butterfly, sorry, not butterfly, tiger, like face paint, and Sprig got the face paint too. It was like Frankenstein, and Grubhog got the butterfly on it. This is what kind of wondering. It's not really a complaint, really, because I guess Anne and Sprig would have just washed it off. But why didn't they just wash off the Grubhog, or did they? Yeah, I don't think they did. Yeah, they didn't. It looks pretty cute. I like the butterfly Grubhog, but why didn't they wash it off? The Grubhog didn't want it to be washed. I don't know. It's not a complaint. Just I'm wondering because Anne and Sprig don't have the tiger, the Frankenstein face paint anymore. So I don't know. Just a question. I guess they just thought they'd lead the. I guess they thought because there's something that happens after, because where they weren't planning. So I guess they just thought we're just gonna wash it off later. We'll just let the Grubhog have the face paint on for now. And Sprig just didn't want their face paint. That's what I'm just suggesting. But anyway, Sprig says like, "Wow, I'm having a great time at the fair, and I'm doing Hop Hop proud." And it's like where I'm from, we call this a win-win. And Sprig's like, we call it a win-win too here, and it's like, oh, the snake the snake shaker is a new ride. Like, come on, Anne. And they go into the ride, right? And there's a guy just like pulling a crank, and while the car is going up, there's a guy on the side like cranking it, and he's like, sorry about that. And he's like, ugh. Like, oh, so that must be really dangerous for Anne because she's never been on a frog roller coaster before. So good luck, Anne. And it goes up to the top, right? And you can see like the dragonflies and stuff like that. And then Sprig puts his goggles on, and then like it stops and he puts his goggles on, and it just goes down, right, and zips around, and the goggles goes up and his tongue's slapping out. I thought that was pretty funny. And there's like a nail. Bad construction, but what are you gonna do? And also this is like old timey, so probably just something they just forgot. Maybe didn't think it was too much of a big deal. I don't know. I mean, I'm not an engineer, so I'm not too picky about it. But they they go over the nail, and the Grubhog goes out, and the Grubhog's like wee, and then this is like another complaint because I'm gonna be an animator, and I thought this was kind of weird where Anne and Sprig does this too, and they didn't mess up with Sprig. It's just an animation error, but. And Anne and Sprig go like, oh no, Grubhog overboard, and Anne's like, oh no, it goes around twice, and those are the fun roller coasters. I don't think I ever been on one or maybe I've been on one, like it was like somewhere I forgot where, but that goes around twice, and I thought it was really fun. And this one goes around twice, and it's like, oh, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna go get the Grubhog when we go back around. But when Anne turns around, her skirt and her legs are facing like how you would sit on a roller coaster, while her midsection and her body, like her mid body, is facing like the back way, looking at the Grubhog because it fell behind them. So like it's like the legs are here and the body is that way. So I don't know. It looks. You just did animation wrong. I'm just a little bit picky on that. So it's a 90%. But if you guys don't mind, and legs in a weird way, okay. Then Ant's legs are back to normal, and they're gonna go grab the Grubhog. Sprig's gonna reach it, and a vulture picks it up. And then the ride stops, and they're just both shocked. And Sprig just has like a freak out. He's like, ah! He yells at Anne. He yells at a flower, and he's like, and then and he's like, whoa, Sprig, don't freak out. Don't worry. We'll just go into the woods and find another Grubhog. And Sprig's like, there's only 5 more minutes. I guess Grubhogs are pretty hard to find because 5 minutes seems like kind of enough time. Maybe if you hurried. But these things were like really hard to catch, and also spits asses. So maybe they're really wild. They can get really dangerous. Maybe they don't really explain it, but I guess they don't have to. And there's like a guy, that, a frog, that's like the mechanism for the clock. Like, okay, that's like his job. And Sprig's like, oh, Hop Hop's gonna be so upset. And Anne said, like, oh, hey, no, I got an idea. Don't worry, we'll think of something. And there's a guy saying, oh, socks and buttons, don't know if you want it, but we got it. And Anne's like, oh, hey, I got an idea. And she, like, makes, like, the Grubhog. And it's like, oh, presenting one Grubhog. And she's making all the noises and stuff. And Sprig's like, I don't know. And she, like, does the tongue. She made a tongue also, and looked at him, and he said, "Oh, he's like a friendly little guy." And Sprig said, "Oh, maybe this can work. All right, come on, we gotta go." And then they Sprig goes in his Grubhog attire, and and Anne is like in the stump, and Mayor Toadstool is here, like I suspected. Because they pardoned himself in the mid-season finale, episode 10A. So I kind of expected him to be here, because why on earth would he pardon himself and he's not going to be in the rest of the season? That doesn't make any sense. I guess he didn't have to make an appearance this episode to just establish it. And he's like, all right, everyone, prepare for a fiasco, because he does not like the planters. And like this year's Grubhog. Oh wait, I forgot to mention something. I guess if I forgot, it would have been a big deal. But everyone knows about the Grubhog, and everyone knows about the ceremony, because most of the people in Wartwood are adults. There's only like 3 kids, not including Anne. That is Sprig, Maddie, and Ivy. Those are like I think the only 3 kids ever. So most of them are adults, and a lot of them are at the fair. Especially the one that was doing the face paint and stuff. Certainly that one would have said, hey, why do you have the Grubhog there? Why on earth wouldn't they say anything? Like, the Grubhog shouldn't be around here. There's a lot of a lot of kids right here. It could bump into it. It could spit acid, so it could totally kill people. I don't know. It's an 85, but but I think that's my last complaint. I think, yeah. And then basically the mayor's like, oh, Sprig planter, everyone, and then he's like, all right, everyone, we're gonna present the one and only real one, the absolutely not fake Grubhog. And Anne's doing the noises and stuff, and then and one of them's like, hey, does that Grubhog look weird to you? I think they changed his diet. That's what it is. And he's feeding the Grubhog, it spits out at him, and Sprig says, Anne, what are you doing? I'm selling it. And she tries to give the Grubhog a bath, and Anne fights it back, using the Grubhog's mouth and beating up Sprig on his head, and his hat falls off. It's all put up you, and he tries to punches it, and the Grubhog just uses its mouth to grab Sprig's belt, and his pants fall down, so it shows his underwear, and they're just loving it. And he's like, oh, I'm impressed, my boy. I decree the planter family name restored. And they're all cheering and stuff. Hop Hop has a tear inside. And basically now for the final part. Sorry, I thought I saw something. And then he said like, now it's time to cut open the Grubhog. And it's like, what? And he Totso grabs Anne's hand that looks like the Grubhog. And then he said like, cut. And Polly's like, I love this part. And Anne's like, wait, you cut it open? And Sprig's like, you said you had the same tradition back home. And Anne's like, it was a little different. And Totso's like, remember, spots in the liver means, what was it? 2 more weeks of winter. I believe that's what they said. Did they? Yeah, I think so. And then Sprig screamed, and screamed, and she made the Grubhog puppet screamed. I thought that was pretty funny. Because, it's a puppet. You didn't have to make it do that. Then, and Mayor Toadstool was about to cut Anne's hand open, and Sprig stops it, and Mayor Toadstool is like, oh, what's going on with your boy? Grubhog on the brain? You want to save it? He said, like, no, you can't do it because the truth is, and Hop Hop's like, like, well, what are you doing, Sprig? And he's like, the truth is I lost the Grubhog. And everyone's like, and Mayor Toadstool like, what are you talking about, boy? And he said, that's right. I was goofing off at the fair, and the truth is I lost the Grubhog, and Anne and I covered it up. Look. And he kicked the stump, and Anne's like, oh, hey, everybody. And Hop Hop's like, goes to the stage, and he's like, I don't understand, Sprig. I thought repairing the family name was important to you. And Sprig's like, I knew it was important to you. I was just playing along. And Hop Hop, he comes to the, he has, like, a revelation. Like, he understands now that what he did was kind of wrong. He said, Sprig, I owe you an apology. Like, I put too much on your shoulders. Like, he asked, he was forcing Sprig to do this, like, without asking him, but beforehand. I mean, he sort of asked. I don't know, it's complicated. But he's like, I'm sorry for forcing this on you. And I should just let you, have fun at the fair. You only, like, you're only a kid for only a short amount of time, And then, Mayor Toast was like, oh, the boy screwed up. I was surprised. I knew this boy would screw things up somehow. And Hop Hop's like, hey, you make fun of me all you want, but you leave him out of this. And Mayor Toast was like, wake up, Planter. The night is ruined. We have no Grubhog, and we just have a puppet that everyone seemed to love. And Sprig had an idea. And I'm glad Sprig had the idea because, Sprig has good ideas. And he's like, and then, like, then, like, this is, like, tiny puppets of frog people, of Wartwood. He's like, I'll cut you, Grubhog. And the giant Grubhog is like, oh, no, cut you. Reek. And then Anne's like, a Grubhog 2, the Reckoning. And Anne's like, and scene, like, they're practicing. And the crowd's like, puppets. And, and then they make a new tradition because Hop Hop's, like, said, what was it? Like, what was it, 9 hours nightly, where he means every year when it's time for the Grubhog ceremony, they're going to do 9 shows on this day every year, which is a cool tradition because Hop Hop even said, like, the whole sacrificing the Grubhog thing, it was a little bit gory, and then Polly's like, not for me, I loved it. Of course you did, Polly. Of course you did. And then he's like, Sprig, you redeemed the family after all. I'm proud of you, both of you. I'm glad he recognized Anne and helped too. And he said, like, now come on, Polly. And Polly's like, VIP seats. And then, Sprig's like, hey, Anne was about to leave. And Sprig's like, hey, Anne, thank you for sticking by me. It'll be a ride I would never forget. And Anne made, like, the puppet, like, do, like, a little, like, aw face. And Anne's like, anytime, dude. But real talk, though, I almost peed myself when they were about to cut off my arm. And Spring's like, yeah, memories. And too bad about the Grubhog, though. Hopefully he's in a better place. And then, this could be a gag, or it could lead up to something, you know. Hopefully he comes back because it would be pretty cool. But you see the Grubhog on top of the vulture, and I'm like, what? When I first watched it. And then you see subtitles is saying that, like, you know, thank you, my loyal subject, for rescuing me. And then the vulture is like, oh, anything for you, my lord. Thank you for everything you've done for my species, my people. And where should we fly to, my lord? And the Grubhog's like, to war, old friend, to war. And episode just ends. I'm thinking, is this gonna lead to something? Obviously, I know what happens until the end of season 2. I'm not gonna say anything, but I don't know. Is this gonna lead up to something? Is it not? I don't know. But yeah. So this episode was a 8.5 out of 10. It was 85%. It was the whole Anne's leg thing. They went to Sprig went to the fair, and there was one more. The people at the fair didn't recognize the Grubhog was there. Like, didn't say anything. Like, you know, I just find it a little bit odd because everyone should know the tradition because most of them were like adults and stuff. So I just find it a little bit odd. But yeah, pretty. You know, we went back to Amphibia. It was yeah, it was a great first half of the episode. Hopefully, the second half will, you know, me and Sanders too, because we're coming back with Amphibia, and I'm gonna be doing it. Hopefully, I'm gonna be doing Amphibia for like the next 2 weeks, so I can get to the season finale of season 1. But yep, everyone, that was Grubhog Day. Later today, I'm gonna be doing Hop and Lock. But everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys later today for Hop and Lock episode 11B. Alright, bye.